I really went through shit and really didn't have nobody to hold me down. And ever since some of the darkest times of my life, I'm like, it really opened my eyes to like, okay, fuck all these hoes, fuck all these bitches, fuck all these fake friends, fuck everybody. I'm on that type of time.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wear the Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast in the fucking car with your boy Big Cervavelli. Back in the place to be, La America Superior. Back in the motherfucking, what the fuck do I say? Live in effect, live and direct. It's your boy, Mr. Nine Times. Yeah. Today's mathematics is March 5th, which means it is power refinement. Never stay stagnant. Refine every aspect of you and your life and elevate. Always strive for the better. Peace. It's been hella busy and shit. It's always hella busy. I can't think of where to start with my life. I hate work. A lot of people at work are a bunch of fake ass levas. And we're just going through bullshit. We need the union to come through, straighten shit out. And guess what? The union don't want to come for another month. So I'm like, great. They could come over here and get their checks from us whenever they need it, but when we need them, it's all, we can't do it right now. Sorry, maybe next time. I mean, it's unfucking believable how big of bullshit shit has gotten. It shouldn't even get to this fucking point. But here we are. I'm driving mad as fuck to work sometimes, or driving mad as fuck to work. A lot of us are jumping ship. A lot of us are like, yo, you know what? They can all suck dick. And we're going to leave. So, I mean, whatever. Like, my pops told me, you know, don't let it affect you like that. And we're just going to keep it moving like that. Because literally, it's been like work will have you wanting to shank somebody. Especially when it's like, bro, we're all in this together. But some people don't view it like that. And it's unfortunate. So, I don't know. This is exactly why when they, like, people would tell me, like, oh, you got big shoes to fill, or, like, going into management, it's like, I don't want to deal with this bullshit. I deal it, as a worker bee, I deal with enough, you know, and then I gotta fucking have more responsibility on top of that. Like, no, bro, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to do this shit. You know, it just seems like too big of a responsibility to handle, especially when people just tell you what to do and you could tell them, go fuck yourself, that's one thing. But when people have to tell you what to do and you have to do it and you really can't say, go fuck yourself, then it's like, nah, man, I'm a free spirit. I'm going to do what I want to do, say what I want to say. And I think I'm going to just shimmy ya to where I'm working at right now. It's going to be better somewhere else. And then I'm going to move up in the company probably. And even if I don't, it's cool. Like, I'm not striving to be employee of the month at work. It's kind of, work is the side hustle for me, and this shit and the music is the main hustle. So I don't like talking about work on the podcast because I put homies on from work onto the podcast, and I just don't want to like feel like I don't want anyone to feel like I'm disrespecting them. So it's like, I don't know. That's kind of also why I don't really like talking like about what I do outside of work to people inside of work, because it's like, you don't get it. You know, unless you're an artist, there's no other artists that I see at work. I don't know of any artists. the artist, and even if they are artists, it's like you're in your mom's basement doing shit, and you're not like a hustler. You're not like a true go-getter or ambitious or have this drive like I do. You know, you just want to collect a check and be like a dick. So it's like, whatever, fuck them. I'm just gonna do what I do, and it's all good. I don't want to give y'all guys a fit check when I'm in the car, because it's like, I'm in the car. How the fuck are you gonna see the whole fit? I didn't even want to do this either, but I feel like I have some things to get off of my chest. And I like fucking farted in the car, and I'm like suffocating myself. Holy moly. Let's get some air up in this bitch. Jesus Christ. I fucking had some of that tajin twist, or I go plugging somebody else's shit. But you know the tajin, they came out with some spicy shit. It's called tajin twist. This shit will literally suffocate you. Or like have you coughing and wheezing and shit. I don't know why, but you could eat tajin straight and you'll be good. But you eat tajin twist and you're gonna fucking end up passing out from suffocation and not being able to breathe. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but some sandia and tajin sounds really good right now. And I bought some fucking watermelon. I bought a watermelon and whatever. I think ever since I had that cup of fruit at the Rose Bowl, I'm like, I need to eat more fruit with tajin. And maybe not chamoy, but you know what? That shit has red 40 in it. So I'm eating a grip of the tajin twist, just fucking eating it, and I look at the ingredients, it says red 40. There's some chips out there that you would swear has that red 40 shit, but it really doesn't. Or the artificial food coloring shit. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll buy like one bag of Flamin' Hot somethings just to kind of, because, bro, I'm like craving Flamin' Hot Fritos. Just that specifically. I don't care about Cheetos, but Flamin' Hot Fritos is like, like, maybe I won't be the fucking messiah that I thought I was, but it's like, whatever. I'm gonna fucking eat artificial food coloring every once in a blue moon. And also, too, I bought like some other sodas and shit, and then those have food coloring. I'm like, what the fuck? This goes back to the microplastics, where you can't just get away from it. It's haunting your ass right there. And I'm thinking, like, is this shit even worth it? But you know what? As a man standing up for my principles and sticking to my fastings and sticking to my ideals, the one time I had to compromise my ideals and morals was when I had to get that fucking COVID vaccine to get into my job. And I was like, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. So in the beginning, they were like, yeah, well, you know, it's an optional. But they're like, you know what? If you don't take the COVID vaccine, even though you've already had COVID, it will affect your hiring or your application process. I said, oh, fuck no. We're getting this shit taken care of today. So the crazy shit was I had, as soon as they told me that, then I had made a fucking an appointment to get the shot, and then I called them right after, and then I think it was like that last day or the last day of the deadline to do it, and I got in, but I felt like such a, like, pause, but I felt like a hoe. I felt like, wow, I just fucking prostituted myself for this job. Like, I prostituted my morals for this shit, for money, you know? And it just made me feel like a fucking bitch, you know? I'm like, whatever. If this shit, my life wouldn't be working the way it is now had I not got that shot. So I guess I could like think of it like that. But I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna need like some fucking Febreze or something, because I'm fucking hotboxing myself with all the bellows and shit going in the air. So I guess, I don't know, just sticking to your morals is kind of like something that a lot of people don't do. A lot of people have no fucking morals. They're not grown up with certain principles. And I think people should kind of like have some sort of like, you know, a man got to have a code. Back to, what's the character? Omar from The Wire. everyone has to have a code, and I feel like people don't have codes. People just like live in this bullshit ass reality, and they're not thinking about their decisions and how they affect other people or how they affect themselves. More importantly, you don't have to give a fuck about nobody, but like give a fuck about yourself, bro. A lot of people don't give a fuck about themselves. I don't know. I'm a very cerebral and dare I say self-righteous type of person, to where it's like I'm constantly thinking about like, am I a sellout? Am I a fucking mark? Am I a bitch for this? Me and Santi were just talking on the phone. Coyote and B-Roll just came out with this really dope track. It's called LA Slang. And they took pretty much the idea of Ebonics from Big L, and they just did like the slang from LA. Like they broke down Levi and all these other like terms and words and stuff, which I think is cool, but I just would have liked them use more slang. There's a lot more slang out there, like chavala, sapo, maniac, shit like that. But that's more so like kind of I don't know if it's called regional or like between like cliquish type slangs. Everybody has their own type slang or fucking yeah, we just have a lot of different. To the masses, it's like, yeah, everyone knows what a Levi is. Everyone knows what, but like sapos, maniacs, that's like more so like low key, or tonto, shit like that. I don't know if tonto is slang though, but my whole point is the fucking neighbors. It never fails. They always come through like at 11 and shit. But just to let them know, hey, right here I'm rocking, bitch. You're right now live on a program. You can see me. That's a great track. That LA Slang. I think it's funny. Like Be Real. Even though he has like a higher pitched voice in his music, he's getting older, so his voice just sounds way different. And with like the technology he's using now and everything, very interesting. I think it's a dope song. I don't know the first from Coyote or Coyote. The first guy to go up, I don't know his name. He was all right, but the second dude that went up there, I think he killed it. Bodied the whole shit, you know. I wish as far as the raza, we would kind of get away from like gang banging and having that old school type of stereotypes of us. So like we're Mexican rappers, so we have to look like in flannels, Cortezes, 501s, or like Raiders or Lakers type of clothing and shit. But I guess for that song, it was appropriate. So shout out to them. But it's just, I don't know if I'll ever be able to do a song like that, because that's just not like where I come from. I don't come from the west side of things as far as musically. The furthest I think I'll ever take my sound for right now, for the foreseeable future, I think is on some, Nate Dogg, 213, riding in my car and listen to the radio, like some shit like that. Very R&B-ish, 90-ish. But who knows? Maybe we'll look back at this and be like, remember when that fool Serb said he wasn't going to do it and he did it? Look at that. So I don't know. I'm totally here for it. I'd love to prove myself wrong and branch out and do other things. I definitely don't want to do the same things artistically, musically. I try to always change it up. I don't want to keep doing the same shit. So I think the only thing that'll consistently be in like the timeline will be Greenlight, because Greenlight I feel has a certain sound that I want it to have, and every year I think I just want to build on that. So it'll kind of like be a progression, and I don't know, because right now I've made a Greenlight 3, 4, and then 5 is around the corner. So we just got that exclusive. See, these are the things, if you don't listen to the podcast, you're not going to know. So Greenlight 5 is in the works. And it's still the same formula, which I'm kind of like, I don't know how people are going to take that. But I want everybody to know that I'm doing my best to give you an album that is going to be different and transcend everything. Because, Greenlight is always the cornerstone of the year. If you look at year by year, I would love to. I would like to say that, and I would like to think that those albums are the standouts. Greenlight 3 came out in 2023, and I want to say I don't even remember all the other shit that I had dropped for that year, but I know I dropped other albums for sure. I can't even. I think a lot of beat tape. That was when I dropped the. Was that a lot of beat tapes or was that 2024? See, I don't even remember. I don't even remember. It most likely was 2023. I don't know. Was 23 why do I feel like I don't know. Right? So for the fucking sake of, I felt like 2020 Greenlight 3 was a highlight for 23. Then Greenlight 4 we had for 24 we had Voodoo Love. Love is Love. Greenlight 4. What else? And then 45 Degrees. I want to say those were like the three main, and then we had like other shit that came out with that. I don't know. Oh, and how can I forget God damn it. A Painter's Palisade. So those were the 4 albums that were the flagship Big Serbs albums. And you could argue that Greenlight 4 was better than A Painter's Palisade, but A Painter's Palisade was on a different chamber. It was just more so drumless. I had Chava. We didn't have any features. 4 was like drum heavy. Chava was featured on it twice. So whether or not Greenlight changes over time, shit is just gonna change because that's how we evolve. Going back to power refinement, I'm refining my skills and I'm refining myself as an artist, because if you don't progress as an artist and you try to stay stagnant and in the same, you're not gonna improve. You're not going to improve just in life in general if you just stay the same. If you're not looking for little ways like how to dress better, how to speak more properly, how to drive better, how to fucking think better, you're just not going to progress. You know, positive energy activates constant elevation. That's peace, bruh. Me and Prospect, we linked up last week and we had one of the illest sessions ever. I think I did some video or some shit for him for the Ill Mindset Cyphers. The verse I did, it was like a little interview, and then I dropped my verse a cappella. It was really cool, right? Didn't even think nothing. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna roll through, record that, maybe play some music, and then leave. But I'm playing him all the beats I've been making for 5, and there was one, like there's beats I have for 5, and I always tell anybody I play beats for, I'm like, look, this is for my album. Like, don't get it confused. You can't have this. If you want to be featured, you could be featured, but this isn't yours. Like, this is mine. But these other beats right here, you know, we could talk about it. And one of them, man, he just locked in. He locked in on one of these beats. You know, I have that rapper shit too, where it's like, you, as soon as you start mumbling words and shit, it's like, oh, boom, we're right here. This is the session now. The session has been created. Light a fucking candle. This show is on the road. So I just let him rock. Play the beat, playing the beat over and over and over. I don't have that shit on the loop, so I gotta fucking constantly play it. And he probably wrote like a verse and some change in 15 minutes. We had like another song that he liked too, and he wrote that fast as fuck. And the energy Prospect was giving me was crazy. Like, just, he had his whole vision just off of that beat. He had like a whole, like, he saw the future. He saw into like some other shit. And I was telling Santi this, like, you know when you ever see a painting and like whenever we look at art or like painting specifically, you might see some shit that I don't catch. Like, you might appreciate something and see something that I don't see. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Fucking. And right now I'm just thinking, like, fuck, did I have my memory chip into the fucking camera? But I think I do. I think I'm just fucking tripping out right now because some shit is blinking. That's just blinking. I don't know. But here we go with the fucking neighbors again. Always with some bullshit. But with the Prospect session, man, that shit was dope as fuck. I think it's fire that me and Prospect have this energy and this chemistry. And if we don't even make like rap together, I'd rather just produce for him, cause with rapping and shit, I'm 50-50 with it. Like I know I spit straight venom, but sometimes I don't want to be like rappity rap all the time. I haven't wrote a song in a minute. I think the verse I started working on when we were together was like the first song I had been working on in a while, and it just comes in waves. Like I think for right now I'm making all the beats, then I'm gonna be fucking rapping on them at some point, get Green Light 5 out of here, because I've been locked in a Bigger 9. So if you don't know, Bigger 9 is gonna come out at the end of the month. It's produced by Big Classic. Big Classic, I don't know why the fuck he's lagging it and he's not texting me and shit like that, because I gave him my fucking number. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look at my emails right now, see if he hit me back. But that's fine, it's cool. I'm not big tripping on that. It's just when I work with a producer, I want it to be like more personal, instead of you send me some fucking beats and then we just figure it out. Like, no, bro, I really want to build. I really want to chop it up with the homies and we get it cracking. So with Bigger 9, man, I think I just entered a chamber that I hadn't even like been in at all. And that really pushed my pen. That really made me think like, now from here, this just set the bar higher for me. And I cannot, like, sure, I could do like lesser produced type shit, but it's like I'm like unorthodox. Like I'm heavy in my ghost bag in that album. So I think it's gonna be really interesting, man. I think I'm gonna drop the first full single tomorrow, and I gotta get this shit going. Just talking about it, like I gotta figure it out. I gotta go I gotta mix it. It's already kind of like halfway mixed, but I gotta master it, put it together, add a skit or some shit, and lock it in. Turn it the fuck in. Like by next week, it needs to be done, and I'm holding myself to that. By next week, it needs to be done. Maybe I'll have the first draft done of the mix, and then turn it in next week. But really, man, Big Classic is a dope producer. I don't even know shit about him. I just met him on Instagram through Gustavo Luis, who I met through JBL. We did Tutankhamun, and that song hasn't even officially been released. And I don't even know if I'm going to be officially releasing it. I think I'm just going to put that as a bonus on the album if you buy it. Like, if I want to do physical. So I'm still, like, trying to figure that out. You know, it's very, like, on the fly type shit with me. With albums, it's like, I like that. I like thrive in chaos. You know, when shit is up in the air, when I have, like, no other option, that's when I'm, like, really on my shit. That's when, like, real good ideas and creativity comes from, because I can have shit locked in for months. It's not nothing for me. Like, this album was pretty much done, I'll say, like, in January, you know, but it's just, I leave it alone. I listen to it. I digest it. I live with it. And then we go from there. Okay, maybe whatever, right? Just doubling down and making sure that everything, that this album is bulletproof, because I do not want to give y'all bullshit. With this album, I know for a fact people are going to be going back to it and being like, this fool was in a fucking different chamber. I told everybody, like, 25 people are going to be looking back like, this fool Serbs was fucking smoking some shit, bruh. Because the way I'm coming out the gate swinging, the first quarter, by the end of the first quarter of this album, I'm hitting y'all over the head strong, man. And then beginning of the second quarter, I'm hitting y'all again, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Because right now, I'm only seeing like what's in front of me. I'm working with Prospect. Bigger 9 I'm closing Bigger 9, and then Green Light 5 I'm working on. So right there is where my mind is at. I have other albums and other ideas I'm working on right now, but I put one foot in front of the other, and I just go at a really consistent speed, and I just don't try to like overdo it, because people will have 1,000 ideas and fuck all of them up just because they don't know how to put one foot forward at a time. That's not going to be me. I'm going to give everybody the proper time that it takes to put an album together. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. Like I could really give a fuck less. For me, I've been working on this album pretty much since like like September, October, because I think I had did dude, Tutankhamun, that song is like over a year old already. And then the first couple of songs I did were like Pollitos and Quesadillas, Poly Grippers, Elements. That was all kind of like in the same like 2 or like month span or something. That was definitely like September, October. And then I just started banging them out. I had, I recorded, I think 6 or 7 songs for Bigger Nine in one sitting. And I didn't have, like, the pop filter kept hitting the microphone, or the microphone kept picking up the pop filter. So some of the songs, not all of them, but you'll hear, like, if you're like an engineer nerd, you'll be like, oh, I hear what this fool's saying. But that's like engineer shit. Like, you're not really gonna notice it like that. But me, like, that's how I pay it. I'm a perfectionist. I pay attention to detail. And going back to, I don't want to give y'all bullshit, but I'm like, you know what? I bodied these verses. It's fire as fuck. I don't want to waste more fucking time. Because, like, Jackson Pollock, you throw the paint right there, and there the fucking paint is. You can't, let me take that paint pack and throw the paint. Like, no, you threw the paint. Like, that's where it's going to be. So I can't replicate that. If I redo any of those verses or songs, they're not going to be the same. The energy is going to be different. My voice is going to be different. Cadence, all that shit. So fuck it. I'm really good with the chaos. I thrive in pressure. I thrive in the whole, you tell me to squeeze out of a rock. You tell me to squeeze water out of a rock, and I'm going to give you horchata. Pause. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. I'm going to do the best with what I have, and you're going to be like, wow, this fool really made some shit out of literally the bare fucking minimum. So, yeah, Bigger Nine, look out for that. It's dropping the end of the month. I don't know what the first single is going to be. I don't even know if I'm going to shoot a video. I got to talk to the homie Slick, see if we could set something up. And we're going to get a crack-a-lack in, bruh. I don't know if I want to promote anything else. For right now, no. But let's get into a little bit of topics. I just have a few topics and shit. Don't want to bug y'all with current events or none of that shit. But Egon returned MF Doom's notebooks to his wife. This was like a big thing around the time MF Doom died, or maybe even prior or after or something like that. Doom's wife came out and was accusing Egon of stealing MF Doom's notebooks, which I want to say they contain rhymes. I don't know if they're specifically rhyme books, but they just have a bunch of like MF Doom writtens in it. And basically Egon's argument was like, well, Doom gave them to me. It's not like he stole them. So they resolved that amicably. And I like that shit. I like when it's not like a whole drawn out, fuck you, this fool's a buster, he's a bitch. I mean, he's really close with Madlib, so if anybody knows, anybody that, I would hope so, anybody that's really cool with Madlib is a genuine person, because Madlib really seems like he's just out the way doing his own thing, and he could really give 2 fucks about anything else. I don't even think Madlib likes the industry or the rap game or anything, or even gives a fuck about anything but making music. And I'm that way too, but I think just like kind of where I come from, I think, and like how I was raised more specifically, I think I would just like recognition or some sort of just some sort of recognition for my talent, because I'm a tap dancer, man. I'm really like a Leo in the sense where I want to be recognized for my talent and art and paid and fuck beautiful girls. Just the simple things in life. A lot of money, a lot of hoes. You know what I mean? A lot of chains, a lot of brain to get. John Cena turns heel at Elimination Chamber, bro. This shit was crazy. The Rock talking about he wanted Cody Rhodes' soul was so fucking weird. And Cody was up there talking about, I want it all, Rock. My soul is no longer mine. I was literally like, what the fuck? Are you serious? And then he was like, because I gave my soul to these ring and these fans. And Rock, go fuck yourself. And John Cena's all had fucking jumping up and down. He's fucking skipping and dancing and shit. Then he hugs Cody. The Rock gives him the signal, kicks Cody in the nuts, beats him in the face with a Rolex watch. I mean, this shit was fire. I don't think we're gonna get the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena heel character we got in like 03, 04, but we'll definitely get like the corporate sellout John Cena, which I'm all here for. I would love it. I'm here for it. People are bitching and complaining about, little things, but it's like, nah, man, I'm here for it. I don't give a fuck. If anything, I'll buy Cena heel merch. I don't care. The whole hustle loyalty, they rode that horse till it died, beat it down till it died, resurrected it, rode that spirit horse till it died, and it became a fucking premonitionist ghost and it died. They really milked the fuck out of Cena's run, and I felt like he could have turned heel at least a few years ago. Maybe not 10 years ago, but at least 5, They could have did it. They could have figured out a way. They pieced it up really good. Cena's been on a losing streak. He lost a Rumble, and you could just tell I feel like that's good enough justification for like Cena to be like, no, fuck everybody now. The time is not now. The time is mine now, bitch. Move the fuck out of the way, Cody. I'm coming to get my belt, biatch. 17-time world champion, Ric Flair, who, bitch? So I'm all here for it, man. I've been watching wrestling ever since I was 7 years old. My cousin Jose put me on a wrestling when I was 7, but like maybe even earlier than that. I just remember the earliest wrestling I would be watching was like the whole Eddie Ray feud, and fuck, I just gave away my age. But yeah, I remember playing like No Mercy or like Shut Your Mouth, the first SmackDown versus Raw on my cousin's PlayStation, and I think it's just dope as fuck to see like where Cena is now, and he's old as fuck, and I'm just like, wow, fucking Cena's out here a heel, and I was a kid and he was like a good guy. He was on top of the world, but people would still boo him and be like, fuck John Cena, he fucking sucks dick, we don't give a fuck about him. And for the people that say like wrestling is fake, it's like, it's entertainment, so fuck you anyway. Nobody watches a movie and being like, oh man, that wasn't real. Of course you'll watch a movie and be like, okay, well that's like unrealistic as fuck. It's a movie, bro. Like, not everything is gonna be like whatever. When I go to a movie, I want to be entertained, whether it be fucking watching bitches, fucking asses, or somebody get shot, something like. I just want to be entertained, whatever. A good story. I'll never forget when my uncle told me, hey, like wrestling is fake, right? And I feel like deep down as a kid I knew, but I didn't really give a fuck. Like as a kid you're not I wasn't seriously thinking like these fools are trying to kill each other. I'm thinking, oh, these fools want to beat each other up and someone wins. That's still okay. What's fake about that? They're still fucking each other up in the ring. There's pictures of Liv Morgan from the Elimination Chamber. She's fucked up. She's got bruises, and when she got whipped with Bianca Belair's hair, like it literally like left the fucking crazy ass. It's not a scar, but like a mino chingazo across her stomach and shit. So for the people that wrestling is fake, or to the women who'll be like, oh, well, men that watch wrestling is like out the window, and it's like, yeah, and your ass is out the window for fucking $50 in a box of chocolates. So I don't understand what the deal is here. You know, we can have double standards. We could call it whatever you want. I don't knock people for what they like. I could give a fuck. I'm in a different shit, bro. Koi fish, guns, money, music, fucking clothes, wrestling, a whole bunch of shit, bro. It just, you know, I don't have, you know, I really am like, I really do have like 36 chambers of shit that I could get into. But wrestling just happens to be a big, and wrestling is super popular, like right now. Not even really popular, but it's just on fire. And wrestling is really good. So fuck it. And like with women, the women that think fancy dinners and going to fucking Abu Dhabi and all these other fucking places, Cabo or whatever, it's like, that's love to y'all? That love is fucking a michelada at a mariscos in some fucking fancy, you know, on the second floor of some place. Like, that's not love. You know, there's a lot of women that get fucked over for like more. You know, there's women that get flown out to Puerto Vallarta and all that shit, and they fucking, you know, they get dumped right there and have nowhere to go and make. I don't know what I'm trying to say now, but my whole fucking point is like, love isn't expensive dinners and fucking trips nowhere, bro. Like, love is like being there with your partner when they're fucking confused and don't know what's going on with their life, and they're at the lowest point of their life, maybe even grieving over some of their friends that fucking died, and you're with them. That's real love. Real love isn't fucking flowers and chocolates and all this other fucking bullshit that's just like, it gets me mad because I'm just thinking of like all the women I've talked to and a lot of women, the values and all that shit. And some of these women that are like, oh, you can't even be a traditional man. And some of them, I'm like, well, fuck y'all. Like, you know, you're a traditional bitch anyway. You know, if you have to hustle to get your money just because a man can't provide that, it's like, how the fuck is that on men? If you want that, go get that shit. But for women to value that solely as love from a man, I think that's crazy, bro. I don't know. I could be wrong, but just for me, man, I went through hella shit as a kid. And that's where like my sense of like love and just loyalty and all this shit is just so different. It's on another level because I really went through shit and really didn't have nobody to hold me down. And ever since some of the darkest times of my life, I'm like, it really opened my eyes to like, okay, fuck all these hoes, fuck all these bitches, fuck all these fake friends, fuck everybody. I'm on that type of time. I was on that type of time. Like, you could never fucking imagine what the fuck I went through, you know? So for people to feel like, I don't know, a certain way like about me and shit, I'm like, go ahead with that shit, bro. You know, I don't give a fuck either way. You could suck my dick. And get the fuck out my face. Because I just think it's crazy how some people, not even some people, maybe we'll put people in there, but just specifically women, just how they value shit. It's like, yeah, I get it. You're a dumb bitch in your fucking 20s or whatever. And I get that. But I think it's just, for me, man, I'm on some different shit. Like, my whole mind is on some, like, I'm trying to own shit. I'm trying to own businesses. I'm trying to be a mogul. I'm trying to do shit right now that have me set up for life, my kids' life, my grandkids' life, for lifetimes, you know. And you worried about some fucking having margaritas at fucking Fogo de Chao's or some shit. Like, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Where else we going? We gonna pack it up after this. So I love sneakers, right? We gonna get into some sneaker shit. Navy SB4s and Union LA Jordan 1s are dropping on the same day, bro. Why? Literally on the 7th in 2 days, these pink Air Forces are dropping. I want those. I want Osmillans at the mall. And I'm thinking, should I buy more sneakers? Yes. Why not? It's my money. And bitch, I'm gonna spend it how I want it. The Navy SB4s, they're fire. I already have 4s. Union LA Jordan 1s, fire. I already have them. I don't have red and white in Jordans. So it's kind of tough. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have two different, like my phone and my laptop, and try to hit on one of them. I guarantee you I'm not going to get either. So I think I might just settle for the pink Air Forces if they don't sell out. And I think it's crazy, the whole concept of Jordan 4s with the SB bottoms. I love when they do that. I love little shit like that. Like the Union LA. They're combining two different Jordans to make one. They're combining a SB and a Jordan 4 to make the SB4s. I think that's fire. For people that are nitpicking and shit, who cares? I'm just into stuff like that. Like if I could get like a Fila, like if I could get a fucking a Corda and mix it with either a Benico or fuck, I'm forgetting the names. Ray Tracer. I think, you know what I mean? I think that'd be fire. I just love sneakers, and the sneaker game is crazy right now. They're saying Nike is having like a trouble in the market, like Nike's dying out or some bullshit like that. Like Nike's on a decline. Bruh, you go outside and you look around, bruh, you would never think Nike's having any trouble. There's people wearing the cheap ass swap meet fucking mesh runners, people wearing Dunks, ones through all the other Jordans. I still see people wear 4s and, you know, 6s and shit. I don't see Nike going anywhere. I don't look at people's feet and be like, damn, like Adidas is killing it right now. Like what? If anything, I do see more people wearing New Balance 9060s, and that makes me not want to buy a pair, but I think I just want to have a pair just to see how they feel, because I haven't bought a pair of New Balances in years. Like I'll say like since the pandemic, like 2020. So I think I'm due for a New Balance, and I'm gonna go to the mall tomorrow. So I don't know, I might buy some Odds Millions, I might buy some New Balances, but just the whole thing, like I remember buying New Balances and they'd be like $110, you know, for like 997 H's. But I guess that was like a few years ago already. So I guess like with inflation and everything, so it balances out. But whatever, right? We're gonna keep it moving. So fuck it. We'll do Dumb Fuck of the Week goes to Bear Boulder. He's a wrestler, I think, for AEW. He was arrested for battery by strangulation. So fuck that, Levi. Bear Boulder, you're the Dumb Fuck of the Week, and you're probably gonna get life. So good for you. Album review. Inspectah Deck, Uncontrolled Substance. Deck holds his own flawlessly in his infamous debut that was derailed and destroyed from the original in RZA's Second Flood. You would think after losing Meth's debut, he would take all precaution in keeping all the music safe, but that's besides the point. The listen has a strong start, dipping, then getting back on track, ending with a West Coast banger that would make West Side Connection proud. The production can feel sparse and almost bare at times, as if Deck outshines the sounds he's rapping over compared to other Wu albums around this time. Many beats don't seem to hit as hard, leaving a sense of a little fat. The intro is drawn out, but Deck's lyrical ability to provide imagery and great rhymes drive the soul of this project. Wu references are sprinkled in the album in a way where it feels forced and artificial. Don't remind me in words, remind me in lyrical style. I like that You God and Master Killa are the only Wu members to feature, as I think they are the most underrated in the clan. The other features give a good breakup of the album, with Master Killa bodying his verse. It makes me wish him and Deck would have a whole album. That would be dope. Pete Rock destroys the beat for Trouble Man with a lovely sample and crisp drums. What stops this project from being an A+ is the inconsistent flow of uniform production. This isn't a bad album by any means. It's just for a debut, I wish Deck would have had more help from the clan and better, grittier beats that a Ghost to Ray album had. This passes the bulletproof meter by a mile, and so I give it a B+. My favorite tracks are Uncontrolled Substance, Femme Fatal, Word on the Street, Trouble Man, Rec Room, Fiction, and Hyperdermics. I want to say rest in peace to Roy Ayers, a jazz legend, pioneer, fucking mythical figure, been sampled by everybody in the game. And I want to say peace, prayers, and condolences to the family and friends of Roy Ayers. The message of the day is don't let the problems of today ruin the solutions of tomorrow. It's always a better tomorrow. It might be a dark and cloudy and rainy. It actually is a fucking rainy ass day today. But the sun's gonna shine at some point in your life. So don't ever get that shit. Don't ever let that shit get you down. And with that, this is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil lay inside your box now while the angels fly over my headstone.